Well, ladies and gentlemen, yes, the Arizona real estate market has some problems. Problems for home buyers, for one, and problems for home sellers, for two. Now, my job as your agent, mentor, leader, lead trainer is to give you all the facts. And then you make a sound decision like, I'm going to reach out to Victor because he has 14 years experience in real estate. He has a portfolio of investment properties, and he's going to tell me the truth on what I should do, whether I should buy, sell, or invest in some real estate in Arizona. So that's what I'm here for, is to give you all the knowledge, show you the knowledge, and then you can make a decision. And it's going to come from here and from here, but it's more important to understand the numbers from here. So with that being said, I need your help. I beg you to hit the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment so we push this video out to people just like you who are thinking about doing something here in some real estate. So with that being said, let's get into the data. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so as you already know, I just like to present the data. So let's get into the Phoenix real estate market update. Now, it is July 20th when I shoot this video, and we're seeing some changes in the market, okay? So let's see what we got. What we're going to cover here. What's the 401? What? We're going to cover everything from the home buyers to the home seller section. Wait a minute. It's home seller section, then the home buyer section. But I'm just going to drop you some bombs here and some knowledge about what's happening in our real estate market here in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, I just checked this today. Okay. 13,794 listings are available for you as a home buyer to purchase right now. Now, remember when I used to make these videos when I was telling you, man, there's only 2,500 homes for sale. There's only 3,000 homes for sale. You're just limited pickings. So choose in a hurry, in a rush, make those offers strong. Well, the table has turned, and now it is a balanced market for buyers just like you who want to buy a house. And just like my face, you can see right here is we have 8,680 homes that went under contract. Now look at that number. That number used to be positive. Now it is a negative 27.2%, my friends. Now that is telling me that because the rates went up, of course, we're having problems, not having problems, but there's not that many buyers out there who can afford the houses because rates are kind of high, right? Prices are high. So contracts are going to go down, but doesn't mean the question you're about to ask. 470,000. That is up 17.8%. Now, you would think the median sales price would come down a little bit, and it might be trending down. Of course, when it's trending downward, okay, we have to wait for this data to pass so we can actually look at the price point. So this percentage might go down in median sales price, but right now it has gone up. This is year, comparing this year to last year of July, 17.8%. Okay. Now, total monthly sales, okay, closed sales, meaning that when a house hits the market, goes under contract, and then it is sold to a third party or a buyer, 7,473. That is minus 21.2%. Once again, rates have gone up, prices are high, contracts are down, closings are down. But that does not mean the question you're about to ask. So let's move on. What do you say? Okay, so we are in a balanced market. If you've seen my previous videos, we always were talking about it is a seller's market. It's never been a buyer's market for quite some time. It's always been a seller's market. Right now, it is called a balanced market. So let's deep dive into the seller portion of this video of our Phoenix real estate market, right? Number one, you can't dump your junk anymore. You can't just put your house on the market. And if it doesn't look good, you can't just be like 600,000, 550,000, 400,000. I'm going to get multiple offers and I'm going to make a killing. If your house is not looking pretty, showing well, doesn't smell clean, doesn't have the right features that the buyer is shopping for in this current market, you're just not going to dump your junk. Okay. That is just the ultimate truth, is you're not going to dump your junk. It's just not going to happen. All right. Seller bonus number 2, no more multiple offers. Remember the time when I said we're seeing like 10, 15, 20, 25, sometimes even 40 offers, okay, on a house, right? Because we didn't have that much supply. Well, right now we're not seeing that. We're seeing maybe 1, maybe 2 offers, just depending on the location of the house, right? And it's gonna take some time, okay? You're gonna have to be patient, sellers. And we're seeing price reductions across the entire city. You need to understand, number 3 is price reductions across the city, right? So if you're a seller, you need to make sure, right, that you're kind of pricing your house right. You want to get in front of the market. And then number 4 is seller concessions are back. Buyers are asking for closing cost help because they already have this added cost to buy a house with the loan, okay? They have to pay for a moving company. Then they have the rate that's kind of high. We've been programmed that it's been low for so long, right? 2, 3.5%. We've been programmed for years that, hey, that rate should be at 2 or 3.5%. But when now rates are at normal interest rate, where the balanced market interest rates are supposed to go up once again, probably after this video, but this is a balanced market. So sellers are asking for those concessions, okay? They need help with their loan costs. Now, like I said before, if you're thinking about selling your house, you better price your house right off the bat and get in front of the market. So as the market is coming down, as prices come down a little bit, you never want to be behind, because once it's price cut, and when you price cut, you're never going to catch the front of the moving train. You always want to price your house right before the price comes down. So if you're a seller, make sure your agent is doing a great job in showing you where the market's heading in your area, in your subdivision, a 1 mile radius, around maybe 2 or 3 mile radius, comparing homes, and get in front of the market right away. Seller bonus number 6. We've had a 220% increase in listings in the last 15 weeks. So what does that mean as a home seller? That means that you have competition, right? It's like the NFL draft. You have competition, right? It's like a little girl's pageant. It's like gymnastics. It's college football. It's college baseball, college volleyball, softball. It's a game now. You're in a competition. You are in a game. You have more competition. You have less buyers. So you're going to have to price your house right. Let me go back to the presentation, right? You can't dump your junk. You're going to need to do some work in your house to make it look good, smell good, feel good. Extra photos, extra marketing, etc. No more multiple offers, right? Price reductions across the board and the city, and seller concessions are back. All right, folks. So remember, we talked about number 4. Seller concessions are back. This is why buyers are asking for seller concessions. Let's take a look at this chart. Now, this chart is a price reduction versus a rate buy down option. Okay. So we have a price of $475,000 with 10% down at a rate of 5.8%. If you were to receive a full price with no concessions, the estimated payment right here would be $2,508. Okay. That's a pretty expensive payment, not including electricity, utilities, car payments, debt, whatever they have, right? Now, think about this, is if you were to do a price reduction of $15,000, the buyer's payment would only go down $79, would push them at $2,429. But check this out. As a seller, you might consider like, hey, I'm going to give the buyer closing costs because I'm going to make extra money by doing the closing cost gift to the buyer. Number one, And number two, I'm going to be able to sell my property. And number three, the reason why is because they can afford it. So if they get $12,825 in closing assistance help from you, the seller, their payment now is $2,243. It saves them $265 a month. So if you compare the $2,243 to $2,508, which one do you think the buyer is going to go with, right? You're still going to earn sales price doing this way. Then your realtor telling you, hey, we need to drop the price 15, 20 grand, because that's not going to help. Because if you reduce the price 15 to 20 grand, they are still going to ask for seller concessions on top of that. So you're going to have to add the 15 plus the 12 on that, right? So you're going to be down 27 grand. Just do the closing costs up front, sell your property. You earn more money on the sales price than doing price cuts, because they're going to come and hit you with closing costs help. And you're making the buyer saying, hey, I'm here to help you. I understand the market. It's not affordable. I'm going to make it as much as affordability as it can as possible. And you as a seller have to know the options of loan programs. You have to put yourself in the buyer's mind. Let me give you seller concessions so you can do the buy down, okay, over a 30-year term, or you can do a 2-1 buy down, right, to your rate at 3.8%. That's going to cost you around $9,405, maybe 10 grand. But look at your payment. It's going to be $1,992. You're going to save $514, right? Now, what happens to the rates in the future? I don't know, but I'm trying to help you out here. So you as a seller, you need to really put yourself in that scope of mind, is trying to help the buyer if you need to sell your house. Okay, you have to have a need here. You're selling for either profit, to leave the state, or to buy another house, or to get into a school different school district, retirement, whatever it is, whatever that need is. But I'm just giving you some options as a home seller on what you can do to help sell your house faster, and it's going to take more time. Okay, so let's transition into the buyer section. I know it's tough out there, buyers. I know it's tough out there. I feel for you. I feel the pain. I understand those interest rates are not 2.5% to 3.5% like we've been programmed, right, for years. Like, oh man, these rates are awesome. I can buy a huge house and have a really low payment. Well, now we're in a balanced market. Okay, so let's get into the buyer section right now. First question I always get, like, Victor, is there going to be a crash in Arizona? I am putting my things out there again, and I'm saying no. And they can be crushed or they can stay with me. It's going to be your choice. Because if I'm wrong, I'm going to hear it all in the comments. I understand, but I'm saying no. The reason why I'm saying no is the data. Okay, the data shows me with migration coming in, with no foreclosures, very small foreclosures here and there. Okay, people who have bought their house in the last freaking 10 years have been 30-year fixed mortgages, good to great credit, great income, okay, been with their jobs for a long time, and affordability because the rates were so low. I say no. Now, we're seeing this HELOC, okay, second mortgages, these HELOCs come in. People are taking money out on a home equity line of credit now. They're doing some repairs, right? But now we have these home equity line of credits that are back, and people are pulling out money to do, repairs on their house, and they're going out and buying side by sides. They're buying boats, they're buying RVs, and I'm seeing this again, and that's the scary part, is these home equity line of credits. But do I see a crash in Arizona? No. The data is showing me no right now as this video shoots, but now that I'm seeing these HELOCs come out, we might have a little bit more higher foreclosures in the future, but right now, no crash. I don't see it happening here. And like I said, they're there for you to crush them. You can try to crush them. And if I'm wrong, I'll take it with all the pain. But if there was a crash, I would have sold all my investment properties. I'll just put it that way. All right. Number 2, is it a good time to buy? Yes. And I'm not just selling you. Oh, let me move right here. Is it a good time to buy? Put me in the middle. Yes. Long term. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm trying to sell you a vision and a possibility of owning your house, right? Buying an investment property. selling and moving up, selling and downsizing. Be a buyer, a smart buyer. The time of buying your house and going up 30% and selling it in 2 years and making a killing, it's over. The fat lady has sung, right? Interest rates are what it is. Prices are what it is. There's a cost and a price for everything, right? And the cost and the price is going to come down to your decision. So it's a good time to buy? Yes, long term. You're going to have to be in the house for 5 to maybe 7 years before you can resell it, make a substantial profit, and move on. It's all going to depend on you. Now, number 3, the 5 to 6% is the old 2.5 to 3.5% rate. The rate is the rate. We don't control it. I don't control it. Okay? The sellers don't control it. You as a buyer don't control it. Okay? The government is trying to push this inflation, trying to stop this inflation. They're going to increase the rate. There's supposed to be another rate hike, right? But number 4, balanced market. We are here. Balanced market. So all the times that you were putting in these offers, getting outbidded, you were stressed, you're like, oh man, I'm never going to own a home. Right now is the opportunity to purchase a house. You get to be selective. You get to be like, oh yeah, I think we could do that one. And I think we can get it for $20,000 less, plus closing costs, plus a fridge, plus a washer, plus a dryer, a home warranty, inspections. Yep. And the seller's going to do repairs or give me a credit off the price. So you have options now that you didn't have options in the past. So that's what a balanced market brings you. Buyer bonus number 5. This is funny. Okay, this is funny right here. Right here. Buyer bonus number 5. This is funny. New construction price slashes. These builders are having ice cream. They're having food trucks. And then you know what they said? They gave me an email. Hey, Victor, if you have any buyers, we brought back the 3 to 4% commission now. You can earn 4% if you bring your buyer. And then I go, what? Where were you when my buyer wanted to come to your office, write a contract, do a lot agreement with you, and you said I wasn't going to earn anything for bringing my buyer, right? These new constructions were so greedy that they stopped giving buyers agents commissions because they knew that they could hoard all the buyers because we had no inventory. They could hoard all the money and not even actually compensate buyers agents for their work. Now the tables have turned, you new construction, right? All your food truck emails that I'm getting, all your ice cream, all your 3 to 4 bonus, you're going to give you a $2,500 bonus to bring your buyer. The tables have turned. So you as a buyer, when you go there to negotiate, you got some negotiating power, but you got to hire an agent outside that building. The builders, the title company, the loan officer, the agent, they work for the builder. They're getting paid by the builder. How are you going to go and put your trust in somebody else's hand and be like, hey, I want the best deal, and you have no representation? Just don't do that. Don't do that. All right, let's go to buyer bonus number 6. Don't fall into the rate brag game. This is very important. The rate brag game. You're at work, you're with your family, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, your sister, your mother, your dad, your familia, your family, whatever it is. I'm going to buy a house. The first thing I'm going to tell you, like, are you nuts? Have you seen the interest rates? My rate, I got my house at 3%. You should wait till these interest rates come down. I got my house at a lower price point. You should wait for the prices to come down. There's going to be a market crash. The rate bragging game. You always buy real estate and wait. You never wait to buy real estate. That's the name of the game, long term. The rate is what the rate is. The price is what the price is. The time to buy is when you're ready. If you're ready to buy a house, I'll tell you a hint. Just don't tell nobody you're going to do it. Because they're going to talk to you in whispers like in the ear like this. And they're going to tell you, what are you doing? Are you dumb? The rates are too high. The economy's gonna crash. The housing market's gonna crash. But who's the expert? Who wants to own a house? Who wants security, safety, move their family into a house? It's you. You're in it for the long term. Yes, your house is an investment, but it's going to be a long term now. So be careful who you're listening to. And don't worry about the rate bragging game, because when you buy your house, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel excited. You're going to be happy. So do what you need to do. Don't fall into that rate bragging game, the price bragging game. Just don't tell anybody what you're doing and do it. Number 7, let me move you out of the way. Home buying is fun again. Why is that? Because you got inventory to choose from. You have inventory to choose from now. Okay, you didn't have like only 2 houses to choose from. You have a huge selection to be like, then you can actually reduce the price on your contracts. Yeah, I'll buy that for $10,000 less. How do I know? Because I know you don't got multiple offers. Okay, I could get a home warranty. I know you're going to do some repairs. I'm going to get my inspection report. You're going to feel at ease, a peace of mind knowing that you're buying the right home at the right time in the right location. Okay, it's a balanced market. Home buying is fun again. Negotiations are fun again. Once again, here's the chart again on how you can negotiate as a buyer. This is an example, right? So when you come to me and you say, hey, Victor, I'm ready to buy a house, these are the options that I'm going to give you, right? Whether it's down payment assistance, you're coming in all cash, 20%, 10% down, 5% down. You have to know your options, because the most important thing we buy a house for is the monthly payment, right? What can we afford, right? Across the board, right? And then we got to break down the loan terms and see which one's going to be right for you. Okay. There's a saying going out there is buy, love, and live in the home, date the rate. Because I guarantee you buy a house now, when that rate changes from right here, from 5.8%, and if it does go down to 4.5 to 3.5 again, your credit score's up, your income's good, you're paying down your principal balance, you wipe out that 20% MI, and you want to refi to wipe down the 20% MI. Hell, I would refinance. I would definitely refinance from a 5.8 to go down to a 4, a 3.875. So that's a perfect example. Okay, so this is an example. So make sure you hire the right realtor that'll give you this example right here and give you all your options, because there's more than one option to buy a house. So with that being said, my friends, here's all my information, my lovely girls. I have my man with girls, right? And I try to hang out with men during the day because I go home with girls. Wake up with girls, go home with girls. So if you have any questions at all, you know how to reach me. All my information is below, but I need you to do me a favor. Number 1, make your own decisions. Number 2, work with the right people. And number 3, and number 4, hit the like and the subscribe button, because we need to push this video out to people who are thinking the market's going to crash when it's not here in Arizona. And if you're looking for the truth and an honest guy to work with, check out my Google reviews, check out my YouTube video. All my socials are public. I don't hide anything because I have nothing to hide. Okay? I came from a broke ass lifestyle to my best lifestyle right now. So with that being said, my friends, I'll see you guys on the next video.
If you have any questions, email me at victor@freeagentproperties.com. Again, that email address is victor@freeagentproperties.com, where we release new videos each week on home buyer tips, home seller tips, the Phoenix housing market updates, so you can be mindful when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. We will talk to you soon.